if we can have like at least one medium-sized display case for Warhammer stuff, we're probably going to start stocking up on some Warhammer stuff. Ayo, it is week 25 of the weekly video logs for the Retro Garage. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to me on YouTube or following me on Facebook. I upload weekly video logs documenting all the stuff I'm doing to get my retro video game store open in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. If you watched last week's video, or if you noticed, the name has changed from Garage Games to the Retro Garage. So no longer is it going to be weekly video logs for Garage Games. It's going to be weekly video logs for the Retro Garage. So today, I got to get to all these games. I got to get replacement cases, resurfaced discs, clean cases, all of that stuff. In a little bit, I'll be going to Badgerland Printing to get a quote on a couple signs for a store. And, you know, we're just keeping moving forward for opening day. Opening day is hopefully going to be April 1st. And looking forward to it. So I got a lot of stuff to get done, not just with the games, but with the technicalities and all that other jargon that comes with it. So let's get the day started. Just got back from Badgerland Printing and went out there and met Blake and Jody, who is a graphic designer or executive graphic designer, and kind of went over what we want for a sign. Initially thinking just to do a vinyl type banner to save some money, but they showed me some other material and I really liked it. So depending on the cost, we're not sure what we're going to go with yet. And the image that I have that I could provide to them, they're not going to be able to use. So we're going to have to probably redesign the logo so that they can actually customize the banner or the sign or whatever. It has to be in a vector format. And the guy who made me the logo doesn't have it in a vector format. It's a JPEG, so it's going to be a little extra to do that, but it is what it is. He gave me a tour of the facility, too, and it was really awesome, and I appreciated that because it was super interesting to see all the machines and different things that they can do there, and it was just really interesting, and it was all new to me. Got an unfortunate phone call, but another thing that it is what it is. So we have to pay quoted $1,400 to $1,500 for electrical work in that space. We were unaware of this. It was a huge surprise, and you know, $1,500 is a lot of money. Even when it's cut in half, it's, you know, $700 to $750 each, and you know, I don't have access to that kind of money right now, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to sell some games relatively quick. So what I concluded was I'm going to take all of my overstock stuff, all of the sports games, everything here that I was about to work on. I'm going to sell it on Whatnot. And hopefully that can get me a good chunk of money to be able to really afford that upfront cost, because we don't have a choice. And I guess it's a standard in commercial spaces where we have to pay for this kind of thing. So I was under the assumption that any kind of work that they were doing was going to be pro bono, but that's not the case. So it's not, you know, it's not a deal breaker. And I'm not mad about it, because, you know, if it's standard for this industry, I get it. You know, we're going to have to pay for it. But it is electrical work so that when you walk in the door, you got switches right at the door, so you don't got to walk to the back of the room or something, which honestly, I wouldn't even care where the switches are. The room is so small, I can just take 20 steps and to get to the, you know, the switch. I don't think that's a big deal, but it's something they want to do. Again, it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So I'm going to get started on all of these games so that I can have them ready by next week for a Whatnot sale. I have a Whatnot, but I've never made a sale on there or done anything. I've bought stuff off Whatnot, but never like hosted a show. So our plan is to use Matt's account. So if you guys want to, get in on the Whatnot, this video might be posted before or after the Whatnot sale, just in case it's not. You can go on there. We're going to do bidding, start biddings low on them, I think. So we're going to do that. And yeah, it just sucks, but let's do it. Sitting here working on all of these games. This is what I've gotten done so far. Got quite a bit here. I'm not being insanely picky with this stuff. I'm obviously replacing destroyed cases and taking all the stickers off, but like, I'm not going to spend time slowly, peeling that sticker off. I'm just not going to do it. And also, there's a case in here. Like, everything on it's good except for the spindle, which is kind of broken. So, stuff like that. I don't want to use up all of my replacement cases for this, because I'm going to probably end up selling these things relatively cheap. But I just did a trade. He picked up that Xenogears. He traded me these 3 games plus some cash for it. So that was a pretty sweet trade. I got a good variety here. Starflight, never played that or heard of it. Midnight Club 2. So some great games. I mean, Metal Gear Solid has some staining and water damage, unfortunately. So the price will be down a little bit on that one, but still a good game. And yeah, obviously I'm resurfacing the discs that need it. But I'm not being incredibly picky. If it has, like, very light scratching, and it's still going to work just fine, I am not sending those to the resurfacer. But, if they're poorly scratched, obviously I'm going to do that. But just continuing on. These are all the broken 360 cases, too. Look at all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 21 broken cases that I have to replace, which, seeing all that, I'm feeling like I'm not going to put these up on Whatnot, just because I don't want to use up all my replacement cases. So I got a healthy stack here. So without these games, plus those ones, so without those 360 games, I'll have 80 games total. Plus I'm going to take some stuff that sells really, really poorly or really slow in this area. So I'm also going to throw up all the sealed games. Not all the sealed games, but like a really good chunk of them. But I'm going to end up keeping stuff like, I don't know, God of War and stuff like that. Got everything ready for the Whatnot sale. I'm going to do this Firewall, the Sonic, the Xbox and PlayStation 2 edition peripheral things, that Nintendo briefcase, and all the games. Mostly 360. I get a bunch of 360. It's crazy. I'm also going to do the sealed stuff just because it's so hard for me to move locally. Hopefully some people out of town join it and they are interested in the sealed stuff. So a bunch of sealed as well as the loose stuff. So, I mean, I got $5 on Battlefield Hardline, but I'll probably start the auction at like $3 or something like that. So just got to really try to make some money as fast as possible. Got that backbone there. So looking forward to it. I'm going to have to watch some YouTube videos on how to actually run it, but should be straightforward, simple enough. Yeah, but that is all I'm going to do tonight. I got to work this weekend, which freaking sucks, but it is what it is. And I'll see you guys in the next clip. Ayo, it is Monday. I spent the entire weekend listing everything with individual listings to Whatnot. I spent a lot of time watching videos on how to sell and how to ship things on there. Feel like I got a grasp of it. It seems like it's gonna go fine as long as I keep track of who buys what. The shipping I was kind of confused on, so I just put everything from like complete in box games like 8 to 11 ounces, loose games 4 to 7 ounces, DS games 4 to 7 ounces, just to cover it, because I don't want to get everything shipped and then I end up having to spend like $80 in improper shipping. So I hope the shipping fees aren't too high, and if I'm able to change them during the show, when if I realize it's too high or people are saying it's too high, hopefully I can change it and lower the shipping. But today I have to go to Walmart. I have to arrange the desk. and then just, mentally prepare myself for this. All right, I went to Walmart, got as many bubble mailers as I could, because I don't really ship. I don't do online sales, so I don't have any of this stuff. I'm going to start working on organizing this a little bit. All right, here is my little temporary setup. Just from what I've seen, this is probably the best way to set it up. I'm sure you can get a little more elaborate with it, but I'm not going to do this very often, so I didn't want to commit a whole lot of time to it. I'm going to have my sticker right there. I'm going to include that with every order if somebody wants a sticker. Got my little sticky notes and pen and business cards right there. And I'm going to have my laptop up right there. And then I'm going to prop the phone up like so. This might fuck with the angle a little bit, but I'm going to have it just like this. There we go. So I'll grab a game. I'll slap it on Deadpool. I'm going to show it too. I'm going to be talking about the condition and stuff on it. And then I'll show, the disc and stuff like that. A little nervous, excited to do it. It should be fun. Hopefully it's fun. Hopefully I don't lose a whole lot of money, because I've also been watching a lot of streamers who sell games on Whatnot, and it seems like a lot of stuff goes for pretty dirt cheap. But all the stuff I'm selling is already pretty dirt cheap, except for a couple of them. But yeah, hopefully, everything doesn't sell for only $1 or something like that. But again, I need to get probably between $700 and $800 raised up. If I don't raise all the money, that's fine. I got money that I can cover it, but it's such a huge expense. I'm going to try to do this to kind of help me get to that goal. I just finished the Whatnot show. First of all, if you showed up and you bought anything, even if you got it for $1, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I sold 56 items. I made, after the fees, $240. So nowhere near my goal amount. But that's okay. That's a huge chunk towards what I needed. I ended up doing kind of like a walkthrough and sold a few things that way. I didn't really want to do that, but I needed to get a little more money, and somebody bought all of these, so that was awesome. And then a couple more things ended up selling during that. But wow, I don't think I'm ever gonna do Whatnot again. If I do Whatnot, it's not gonna be for a while. It's not gonna be until I have so much stuff that I need to kind of get stuff out. And when I do that, I don't think I'm going to do auctions, because too much time was spent setting it up, getting it ready. And this is all the stuff that didn't sell. Not a single sports game sold except for like NFL Street. So not really worth it, but I got a good chunk of money real quick, just in a few hours. So worth it. But also, a lot of the things in the auction went for so much lower than what they're actually worth. Like, I think all of these went for $1 to $3. And I think these total were $10 total, when Liberty City, episodes from Liberty City is like a $20 game. So, fuck the auctions. I won't do that again. Not trying to be greedy or anything, but my God. I'm sure part of it was because I didn't have a whole lot of people. I think I peaked at 23 people at the most. But all right, so tomorrow I gotta get all the labels printed and get this stuff shipped out, and that should be fun. Jason Ben, he got a great stack of games. Yeah, he got some good games. He got really good prices on these things too. I think he got that Last of Us for $1. Oh, it hurts, but I needed the money quick. And again, I just appreciate it if you showed up and you bought something. Just a little bit of support goes a long way. And I think you guys know that. And I think I appreciate it a lot. So, all right, I'll be back at it tomorrow. Good morning. It is Tuesday today. Got everything packed up, reorganized my table, or packed up for shipping. Got to do that here pretty soon. I wanted to try to make just a little bit more money this morning, so I took all my defective consoles and stuff. Let me show you what I sold. So I had a short Whatnot stream, defective things only, and this is everything that sold. Made a cool 50 bucks after the fees, so that is going to be super helpful. And people were actually pretty excited about defective things. That surprised me, honestly. It was pretty fun. All I know is shipping this stuff is going to suck, but oh well, it is what it is. Let's get the day started. It's Wednesday today, and it's early in the morning. Unfortunately, I do got to work. I got to put this back up on the shelf too. Somebody was interested in this, but they ended up not taking it, which is okay. But got to work today. Somebody wants to buy an Xbox One from me, but the only one that I have will not connect to Wi-Fi. You can connect it to the internet by Ethernet, but the Wi-Fi chip doesn't work. I think I showed that in a few vlogs ago, but I'm going to retest that and make sure it's still good to go and then sell that to him. But can't really do much today because I got to work. We'll see if I do anything after work. It is much later in the day. It is dark out. Just got off of work. Not going to do a whole lot of stuff, but I do have some exciting news. Excuse me. So I've been mentioning how I want to get into a partnership with XYAB. They are a wholesale company for video game stores. I had a representative, just message me on Facebook a few days ago. He talked to him for a little bit and he said, you should apply for it right now. You don't need the license. We will get you approved and you can start ordering stuff right away. So that's exactly what I did. I applied for the partnership. They approved me. So now I can go into their catalog and order stuff at wholesale, which is fucking awesome. I love that. I didn't even have to worry about it. I didn't have to struggle to get a partnership. The dude literally messaged me and told me to do it. So that was really awesome, and I appreciated that so much and approving me quickly and just right away. So that is what I'm doing tonight. I'm going to go through their catalog and order some controllers, accessories, some plush. Not a whole lot of stuff, just enough to kind of get started, and I'm looking forward to it. And I'm really excited to be a part of that because I like their stuff. I like their controllers. I appreciate the fact that you can buy wholesale from them, and I'm ready. I'm good to go to start providing third-party stuff to people who come to me and they're like, hey, you have any 64 controllers? I do. I got some really nice XYAB third-party controllers, brand new. There you go. But I can't sell that stuff until I'm actually set up with day one and it's in the POS and stuff. And we might have already found a POS. I can't really talk about it because they kind of want to keep it hush-hush for now. But they just created it. It's brand new. They're still working on it, but we think we're going to go with them. When I can, I will talk more about that POS system, but I feel like I probably shouldn't at the moment. But so that's all I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to have a lot of fun shopping and seeing what I can get. Definitely going to get some plush. I don't know. I'm really excited about that. And especially the fact that I was told to do it by a representative of XYAB. It made me feel kind of special, but I'm assuming they have scouts, going through the internet looking for people like me who are opening up stores and trying to get them to partner with them. Also, a representative from Warhammer sent me a message last week, and he's going to send us a bunch of free Warhammer stuff for us to check out, and hopefully we'll consider putting up Warhammer stuff in the store, but we don't know if we're going to have space for something like that. Like, I would absolutely love to have Warhammer, but again, space is the problem, but we're going to make a decision on that once we have everything set up, and if we can have, like, at least one medium-sized display case for Warhammer stuff, we're probably going to start stocking up on some Warhammer stuff. So if you like Warhammer, we got you. But that's going to be the video. It's kind of a slow week. I just did a lot of talking. Sorry if me just talking into the camera is boring, but again, I didn't really do a whole lot. So they got the walls put up at the place. So Friday, we're going to go take a look at it, and I'm going to show you what it looks like with the walls built. And I'm really excited to go check it out. All right, guys, if you made it this far, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Peace.